With today's business environment changing so quickly, we are bringing together top security leaders, industry experts and thought leaders to discuss the imperatives of enterprise transformation and the latest innovations in cybersecurity that will help you to secure your digital first initiatives. Let me introduce today's guest, Dr. Karnika Seth, who is a cyber lawyer and expert, belongs to Seth Association Advocates. Welcome to the NEWSHOUR. To start with, Dr. Karnika, please tell us how cybersecurity is gaining importance in digital strategies for the CIOs to include in their business plan.
Cybersecurity is becoming more and more important for CIOs and CISOs today, because the lockdown has proven that there is really no going back from the work from home culture, and as this is now going to be the trend, more and more security mechanisms and deployment of newer technologies, whether it is DLP, data loss prevention softwares, or it is firewalls and VPNs, virtual private networks, and stringent mechanisms both in terms of regulatory policy, IT contracts, drafting of contracts with employees, and these kind of I would say IT policy, social media policy, they've become very, very important. And I think it's high time we as companies start thinking about making their WFH, work from home environment, and their regulatory mechanisms, their technical mechanisms more robust.
Nice to hear. My next question is, by seeing various level of security challenges, what has to be the model of digital workforce transformation? Hope industry will see to these critical issues.
As more and more companies are now beginning to work, start their work operations after the lockdown, they are beginning with a 33% or more workforce, and most of the big fours and even bigger companies or medium-sized companies are urging their employees, those who don't have to be physically present, to keep working from home, and they're instructing them with various regulatory tools or the guidelines on what they need to do, and the technology parameters, what accounts to be used, what data they can access, and maintaining time and log sheets, using only Office virtual private networks, maintaining prudence with the machines that they use, and strict guidelines on how they need to be using the particular work related environment, whether it is any kind of sensitive files or interchange or exchange of information with other employees, and various collaborative platforms that they're using, like video conferencing. What are the do's and don'ts, and if Office has licenses, using only those video conference facilities and following the instructions therein. So the digital workforce, the whole model is transforming. It's not just to do with security, it's to do with what platforms to be used, what softwares are licensed, and the do's and don'ts and the checklist to be followed.
My last question is, growth of cybercrime has increased to 600% during COVID-19. At this crucial time, how you deal with both cybercrime and coronavirus as a balancing act?
During the coronavirus times, we have seen a huge jump in the number of cases. The steep rise has been almost, according to MH, 86%, but I'm sure it's more. And, the kind of crimes which were there, fake news, fake apps, fake donation sites, fake payment handles for donation, phishing, infections with malware, ransomware, and so on and so forth, mostly social engineering attacks. What has been the trend? I mean, it's been very disturbing to see a rise in cyber crimes, especially during the times when people are so vulnerable, the businesses are vulnerable, and the criminals have tried to exploit this situation. As businesses, as individuals, people have been trying to balance in terms of, using meditation, using, I would say, techniques to calm their mental health and well-being. And for that, a lot of companies, when people are now turning back and coming back to offices, they've tried to give them some sort of a support in terms of psychological support, counseling support, and mental health and well-being support. I think that's very essential, especially in the times when people have gone through a lot of transition in terms of this COVID. It is it is going to take a while before the things get normalized again. And for that, I think we really need to be very strong in terms of combating cybercrime. It's very important to report cybercrime. A lot of people suffer from it or see this being committed and yet don't respond or don't report. That shouldn't be the thing. One needs to really report cybercrime, and that's how we can create a deterrent. And also try and keep yourselves mentally strong. Engage in positive, constructing work and activities, which work towards bringing more positivity and in your life and removing all the fears and anxieties, which I think everybody has gone through in the past few weeks.
Thank you, Dr. Karnika, to join us in the News Hour. My key takeaway is there is a huge financial upheaval and uncertainty associated with the coronavirus pandemic. It becomes challenging even for cyber experts to ensure the complete removal of attackers from a fully compromised network. It is critical that vulnerable internet-facing systems are proactively patched and that mitigations are put in place to reduce the risk of these kinds of attacks. Going forward, the next big target of the hackers is the mobile gaming industry, children's exposure to gaming and gambling through various games such as NBA 2K, Grand Theft Auto 5, Arena of Valor, PUBG Mobile, the Outer Worlds, etc. Mobile gaming is undoubtedly its best bet to move up, but it will face challenges. Organizations should continue to build proactive security hygiene to defend networks, such as credential hygiene, minimal privileges and host firewalls to stem these attacks, to make networks more resilient against new breaches, reactivation of dormant implants and lateral movement. That's it for the day, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Please download War India app for latest news update. It is available on Google Play Store. Please stay healthy, stay safe at this difficult time. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you so very much. Namaskar.